Let's start this tutorial. A few days back, Nyakris asked me if I wanted to do a tutorial about this new board she did. It's the 2D strings. Looks like the string board, but it has a little addition, and that's this little spike. Now, what we're going to do is use these spikes as actual stone cutters. First thing you do is create a 1 voxel wide. It needs to be a even number, 16 by 16 square. Give it a nice color and add single voxels in a row next to each other with 1 voxel room between them. There we go. Delete this part out of it and this part. Eventually it will be an odd number, of course, I bet. Yes, it is. 15 by 15. Now just randomly select one of the strings, including the back part, so you can actually see where you're placing it. Select it, copy it, and place it random on the board with all the single voxels on it. And just place it random. It really doesn't matter where you place it. This is kind of time consuming, but eventually you get there. Just fill the whole board. Every single placed voxel needs at least a string. And the main thing about creating this is the whole setting up to get to the actual cutting of the stone takes a lot of time, but the end result is pretty cool because you can actually create stones with just a single voxel. It's completely pulled and it's still 1 voxel, so every stone is just a single voxel. I'm doing this super random. And if I'm correct, the board should already be available at Lady Kathleen's. If it's not, I'll make sure it's there, or if you need a copy, just send me an in-game mail. I'll send you the board. The thing is, why I want to show this is that not everyone likes the stone cutter with the little lip, and this thing gives it a little twist. And when I post this to YouTube, I'll speed this up. I'm pasting it 3 times because the variation will be a lot. So why don't we use the same thing just 3 times over? Should be nonsense when we're just using one, because then you have to go back to the board every freaking time. The even more time consuming part of this whole process is getting the putty tool when I'm done with placing all the spikes, getting the add tool as a putty and connecting all the spikes together, which actually creates the whole cutting tool. And why am I doing this in the morning? As you all know, I'm from Europe and it's already in the evening over here. Video will be uploaded to YouTube, of course, so everyone can check it out.
Middle of the afternoon.
Sorry?
So it's the middle of the afternoon.
It's 8 in the evening over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. How many got we? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got some left. Get this one on this edge. One, 2, 3. Yeah. One more go. Then we're set. Now I'll use the Lumi side to fill it up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Select your add tool, use the fill option with it, and select a like Lumi side. We could use red Lumi side just to fill in to connect all the lines. Now here's the trick. Line it up between 2 spikes like so, and let me see, is this the right place or is this the right place? Yeah, there we go. So it's actually filling the area that's stretched by the strings with between the actual strings. As you can see, it's not a actual string because it's a spike. It has it's larger in size on one side, so that's the big difference. Now let's fill this all up. I don't know if my chat is working. I'll reload my Twitch. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if I didn't react in chat, I'm really sorry. Didn't mean to, but my chat was... I was booted out of my own chat. So if you have any questions, just do it again, because I didn't read them. Like I said, setting everything up is really time consuming, but the end result is pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, what I realized is if you used the string board she made, the normal one, and you do the same thing with the strings, you can actually get almost every angle on a panel if you want. So if you are doing anything for halas and you widen the end so you get a longer string, if you pull this out, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you pull this string out and paste it behind it, it will be a little bit thicker. The moment you use this on such a board, the actual panel will be a little bit wider, so you could actually get every freaking angle there is on the board. Again, using the fill option. One, two. Getting the hang where the voxel is in the beginning it can be really hard, but eventually you'll find it, and then it's just one up, two up, and you're there. Two to the side, paste, down to. I'm not a good singer, so I won't sing a song this time. We got Tema for that. Now all the horizontal lines. I didn't say it was easy. See, I'm off a voxel. Sometimes they are in really weird positions. Canonical. What you could do is create several boards like this and template them and call those your stone cutters. Because making this every time, we're in, I think, about, what's it? Yeah, 15 minutes now. I think I'm building for 10 minutes now, and so it'll take approximately 10 minutes to create this board. But the end result is stunning. Now it's the cut stones are a little bit cleaner, but we're gonna do something about that as well, because when she showed me how to do this, I found a little trick to get some depth into the actual stones. Which I guess most of the voxelmans has already got the hang of that, but it shouldn't be a problem telling it to everyone how to do it, because it really makes you stand out with your build and all the crazy stuff you're doing. So we're almost done. Last string for me on the bottom, and then it's all done. And it's time to create some weird shapes. There we go, the last one. Now what I'm going to do is add just a normal voxel here so I can actually see what I'm doing. One voxel apart from everything you just created. And line it up with the most outer edges of the board you created. Like so. Let's create a wall so we can actually see what's happening. There we go. Let's get the nice Halas slate. There we go. And I'll put one on the ground as well. There we go. Now select the strings you created, but without the white stuff that's connected to it. Yes, it should be available on Lady Kathleens, and if it isn't, just send me a in-game mail and I'll send you the template, because it's Nyakris's board, of course, and she wants to share it and she wanted me to do a tutorial about it. Now what I just did is copy this section without the pointy backside, just the tip of the string and the whole shebang we created with the fill option. Now I'm going to use it on this stone. What I'm first going to do is show you guys what's actually happening here. I have access to Pax Novus as well, so I can get the board in there as well. Place it once, oh, without air of course, I'm sorry. I'm going to, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Going to rotate it once and paste it next to it. Rotate it again to give it a little bit of variation. Paste, rotate it again, and paste. Now here's where the magic happens. You ready? I know it looks really weird, but you can do something with this. What you can do is actually create cut stones. The cool thing is every single stone in this is just one voxel. Now I have to find it, of course. I said it's available on several swaps, including the Pax Novus swap, Lady Kathleens, and if it's not there, you can send me an in-game mail to. I'll send it to you. That's the pasted version. Now we're going to use it as a delete tool. I'll use the other way around, so it's still a little bit of a surprise.
And the point should be facing into the stone.
I know, but I want to show you guys what's happening if you use it as the lead tool. There we go. I'll mirror it, and this is what we got. Individual stones. Now if you fill several gaps with the fill tool, you can make the stones larger.
Run your line tool across the surface, or just make it really big and double click.
Yeah, like so. I know what you mean. Because then the puffiness goes away. Yeah, some people prefer the puffiness. The other people like the actual super clean cut stone. Now let me fill some of these gaps. So I can pull out the stones and show you the little trick with the line tool. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I'm overdoing it. Shame on me. Let's get some bigger stones, so you get the idea. There we go. Yeah, I will, Canonical. I'll put it on YouTube. What I'm trying to do here is fill some of the individual gaps between the smaller stones to create bigger ones. Hey, Candela. No, I want this one. Filling the gaps is easy because it's super stretched. last one. Let's see if we can get this one out so we can actually, nope, should be somewhere else, maybe over here. Yeah, I'll delete this thing out of here, and same goes for the little point in there. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Here we got a few stones. Now let's pull one out. Copy it. Paste it 3 times atop each other. One, 2, 3. You could do more, so you get extra space. Get your line tool, make it bigger than the actual shape, like so. Paste it down 1 time, then hold Ctrl to get into tweaking mode and pull it up and select it as a deletion tool. Then the moment you get it in a more diagonal direction, we are going to cut the stone a little bit less, because otherwise it would be too much. What we're doing here is just deleting this part of the stone and then select it, copy it, and put it back in the cut stones, which finally creates some variation in height. Copy it, and let's place it back into the cut stones we made. That's one. Now we'll use the delete tool as a sphere on the bigger one, just to give it some extra variation. Delete all the excess stones, because we're only going to influence that one single stone we are using. Let's just select it properly so we can use that as a deletion. Now, like I said before, I'm not saying this is a solution, but this is another way to create some cut stones that actually look different than all the other cut stones we created. For quickness and I think a more worn version of the stones, I'd prefer the cut stone board we had in the past, but for some cool, if you want to stand out a bit, I think you should use this board. Now let's use the delete tool. I'll make a bigger sphere so the actual cut won't be that small, which would look a little bit weird.
User joined your channel.
Let's see, 40 voxels. Seems okay. Now let's get it a little bit more centered. Like, welcome back. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I know this side is a little bit up, but let's see how it looks in the actual cut stones. Copy it and place it back. There we go. Now I think if we give this stone, oh, let's add here some a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I'll get this one out, and we'll make this one even higher than the middle one. What did I just pick up? That line shouldn't be there. There we go. Now this is the hard part, because some parts are on the most ridiculous places. Let's see if they find this one. What happens if I fill it? There we go. Delete it. And let's stack this one as well. And I prefer stacking a little bit higher, so you got more ground for the line tool. And we need to turn it, of course, so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Get the line tool out. Am I still walking really slow? Yeah, I'm. There we go. Line it up again. Use the delete version. Get it like so. This gives a nice variation, I think. Yeah, it will.
I did get a response out of Terry, by the way.
Oh, cool. What was his response?
He couldn't do the weekend wrap up. Family matters made him where he had to leave the office. But he's going to be doing a weekend wrap up.
Oh, cool.
He said it should be out here soon.
Well, here's a little variation of all the other cut stones everyone got. I wouldn't make it as spiky as I got it now. If you play around with the tool itself and don't get these amazing big spikes in it, and use a less spiky one, like the ones that are in this square, you'll actually get a less spiked version of it. And it looks really nice. Now you can do like freaking anything with it. You can use this pattern in other ways if you want. But I think it's a nice addition to the actual stone cutting we all did. I have my old ogre bricks over here, so I can what I could do is get out the I'll get out the LaForge version, because mine are only some, and I think the ones LaForge did are a bit more. Let me see. I
Hey, you
should
actually answered my tweet and was about the same thing before yours. Cool. Cherry lives into it.
There we go, LaForge Briggs. I'll pull out this one, because if we knew this earlier, we could have used it on the ogre bricks as well. But then again, the ogres are more intricate in design. But still. Just pull out a stone. Copy it a few times. Get your line tool. Place it down. Control place it down again to get into tweak mode. Use the delete version of your line tool. Get it in a more diagonal state and click OK. And we got a more well-formed stone. Copy it, place it back in the board. There you go. And of course you can do this to every stone that's in here. Or the moment you created your own cut stones for Halas and you want to add some variation to the height of every stone, you could use that technique, of course. I think that's it. Anyone got any questions?
User joined your channel.
Maybe Tema or Katina or Nuber.
Oh, no questions for me. Made sense.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's I'm not saying this is the world, but I'm saying it's a variation, and I'll leave it up to you guys. I think you can actually create some really nice stones with this, as long as you don't get too pointy in your selection of the spikes you got. The moment you get the spikes that are less away from the voxel box, is that correct? Yeah. I think you get a nicer variation that way. We could do another one, a little smaller one, see what happens. And I'll use only this section of that board because it has less movement. I'll make it 10 by 10.
FK for a minute.
Go. So I'll do it one more time, every step, and select a random spike from the smaller section of the board, and this time I'm going to paste it 3 times as well. 3 left. Get this. No. We'll get this one. No, this one. I'll send you the board, canonical. Because it's, like I said again, it's Nyakris' board, and I don't know if she shared it with Kathleen's yet.
She has. There is a copy over at Ginsans.
Okay. At Ginsans Halas Swap is a version as well. Oh, filling the air between the spikes again. 2 down. Don't you love this game? You can drink and eat and So are you going to stream tonight, Timo?
No, I'm working on tutorial stuff right now.
Okay.
It's what I do on Mondays.
Work on tutorial stuff. It's nice because most of the time I got some time on the evening on Monday.
Yeah, Geo, he has a tendency of kind of dragging me into it on Mondays, and I try to dedicate on Mondays to the setting up for the next tutorial.
Mm-hmm. As you guys can see, I've started using only the small squared version of the whole board, which actually creates a more square stone idea. And filling the air between the spikes again with the fill too. And in this case I'm using red lumicide so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, let's add the extra voxel again so you'll see what we're doing. Now what I'm going to do this time is not paste it already into the wall. I'm just going to copy it, paste it down, mirror it. Oh, let's use not a mirror, let's use a rotate. Then paste it up with a mirror and a rotate, and paste the other corner as well with a mirror, mirror. There we go. So now we got this whole section, and create a wall out of it so we can paste it in. There we go. Select this part again, copy it, and use it as a delete tool in the wall. Hold F, paste down, and we got ourselves a stone wall. As you can see, it's less spiky. I think that's the right word. Let's fill in some of the gaps again so we can get some cool stones in here. Smaller and bigger stones. Now, when it's less spiky, you can actually do something with the selection tool, because otherwise it's all over the place. Now I've created some bigger stones, and we'll pull some out and get a nice height difference again between the stones. I'll pull the middle one out. I'll just copy it, rotate it once so I can actually see what I'm doing, and paste it a little bit more up in the air. There we go. Paste, and then use the puffy side to actually paste it behind the puffy side. Otherwise, you'll pull the part where the air between the voxels is smaller than intended. I'll copy it a few times. Then use the line tool again. Make it a bit wider than the actual stone. Line it up. Put it down on ground level. Paste and use it again. Hold Ctrl to go into tweak mode. Pull it up. And the higher you put it up, the more of a diagonal line you can create. Because you want as less of the upward position of the stone. If you get less, then it looks more natural. The moment you get it like a real ramp, it looks awkward. Delete it. Copy it again. And paste it down back into your stone slab board. Oh, what am I doing? Oh no. I know what I'm doing. Now, if this is the same shape, mirror it. See, I just pulled down the right side of the stone and pulled up the left side, as you can see. Over here it's lower, and over here it's a little bit higher. So if we get this stone and cut it on a right angle, and what you could do is just paint that side just for reference, so you can actually know what side you want to manipulate. If you color this side and you know I want that side lower, then keep in mind when you're using the line tool that you're going to influence that side of the stone. And make sure your line tool is properly lined up to that side of the stone, because we want this part of the stone more inward, so this stone looks higher but it's actually not. So if you start with your line tool on let's say more inward, like 2 voxels, place it down on the ground, get your line tool, go to tweak mode again, pull it up, and this time we're not going to go inward because this side needs to be lower, so we're going to the left and delete it. Copy the stone again. And the nice part of this being single voxels is the moment you are cutting them, they are staying in shape and they don't squeak all over the place. And paste it with air, so because it's still a single voxel, so you pull it down. As you can see, we actually made sure that that part of the stone is now lower than the rest, which gives that nice natural look. See? Now what you could do, and I never tried that yet, is using the... I don't think that's going to work. What we could do is check out if we can find that part of the stone. Let's see. We got this big stone over here. Now this is just an experiment, so let's see if it works. Let's see if we can find it on the board.
User disconnected from your channel.
So it should be over here. Yep. Now what if I paint this for the moment in a different color, because I want to do something here. What if I delete these? And use the fill option. I don't think that's going to work. Or it might. Yeah. If I get this string out, copy it. There you can actually get a broken piece of the stone. You could even manipulate that part with the line tool, of course, if you want. Hey, welcome to the stream, Healy. Let's see what happens. There we go. One down. I'll pull it out a little. Yeah, I'll pull it out a little. So one down. Get like some grassy stuff. Let's see. Tundra grass. want to blend it. I know what I'm doing wrong. Where's that? I lost crap. It's over here. There we go. What else